Hello and welcome everybody, I am your humble host Gavin the Kitty, and today I have the lovely
Party!
Yee, and
Eee.
Yee, Yee. And before we begin today, I would like to state something that I'm doing on the Twitter until tomorrow, so please check out the Twitter. I'm running a poll. If you guys want me to play Minecraft, this is your chance to get it in this week. It'll be an achievements run where I try to get as many achievements as possible, finish the Ender Dragon, and that'll be it. Sorry if you were expecting more. So you can go follow the Twitter at GavinDragonYT and put your vote in today. Now that that's out of the way, how is everybody doing?
Alright, well, chat first off. We've got Milk from Mech Blaster. Mountain Man says, "Hey Gavin, hope you have a good stream today."
Trying.
Skylar says, "Hello Gavin." And Mech Blaster says he's gonna need one since the endgame for Sonic Unleashed is just a bit infamous. Whoa boy.
And of course we get that cutscene again. Yes.
Yay!
Woot. Yeah, I've got 99 lives going in here. I've grinded up to level 10 on the strength of the werehog. So I believe we can actually beat it today.
I think, listen, I've carved out time. I got all my house duties done, so I'm in it for you to win it, man. Gotta go fast.
The only thing is, the volume is really wonky for me today. Like, it's absurdly loud in my ears.
Oh no.
Really quiet like this.
Alright, there we go. I think I fixed it now. Yeah, that sounds about right. There we go.
Bailey says 99 lives to PJ1. Also, Gavin, I missed the stream yesterday. Sorry. Well, we're glad you're here today, so.
Yeah, you can always rewatch it on YouTube. It stays up. I wouldn't take it down for the world.
Unless it's copyright struck. Mountain Man says 99 lives and one problem with beating the game. Let's see how many lives you wind up. Ooh. Alright, chat. How many lives do you think Gavin will have by the time he beats this game? Like, left out of the 99 he's got right now.
Well, we lost one, so whoever thought I'd do it perfectly is wrong.
Mech Blaster says, "At least there won't be multiple eyes of Sauron that suck you up and shoot boxes at you." I would hope not.
Yeah, no, that won't happen this time. Yet. Yet, you never know. You know, Revenge of the Sonic 06. It could happen.
It could even happen to you.
Yeah, we're just gonna avoid that guy and hope for the best here.
We're going to shun him.
Shun the egg pond. That one specifically.
Mountain Man guesses that you will have 24 lives by the time you're done with this.
So here's the first gimmick of Eggman Land. You know how we've had to wait till day or night?
Yeah. We actually have to wait now?
Nope.
We can't just spin. Oh, nope. Okay, you get to shuffle it. Neat.
And now the stage changes. But we don't have that horrendously amazing battle music this time around.
Rip.
I know, right? That was like the meat and potatoes of this game. So I did something earlier on today during my little practice.
Yeah.
And I am curious. I can!
Oh?
I did not know that you could just level up midway through the stage.
What? That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Mech Blaster says, "The real question is how long will it take Dark Gaia to get on Gavin's nerves?" And then also says, "Eggman Land is literally so long it takes Sonic multiple days to do."
Well...
Also, hey, Fox, no?
that was something I figured people were gonna say. I actually did a little look-see on the map. It's actually this stage takes place where about Greenland would be, which, if you know anything about them, they've got some really weird day and night mischiefness going on constantly. Like, that's just the way it works.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah. It's more or less just being true to Greenland.
Well, there you have it, folks. Weather.
The stars, the planets move? What? Not in a million years. Who told you that malarkey?
The Earth is round.
Oh, we just got another life, so go ahead and keep track so far.
So you've lost. Let me actually. Here we go. Wow, write this down on the index card that no one can see. Lost lives, Gavin, LOL, 1 tally.
Yeah, actually, it's up to 2.
Oh, so you've lost 2 and you gained 1 back?
Yeah.
Okay. I won't screw this up.
Oh boy.
Spoiler alert, I will. Liam is responsible says, I finally decided to draw again. I drew Dr. Thoughty Wolf, who is a product of her father's insanity. Literally, she was built by her dad. Most of her is metal. That sounds fun. And Mech Burner Blaster says, I like the music for this stage.
It is definitely funky and awesome. I'd love to see it, Liam. We've got the art channel in the Discord. Feel free to drop it in there.
Yeah, share your art with us, friend.
And you know the Twitter, so... I believe Liam actually knows both Twitters, because he joined before.
Oh, nice.
I could be wrong, though.
I'll just be running around and doing things.
But chat, I'm doing alright. I'm doing a little better than yesterday, but I am still a little stuffed up and congested, so...
But we're glad you're feeling a little better, at least.
I'm feeling good enough to stream Sonic Unleashed.
Yeehaw.
I am...
That's all anyone can ask for.
Also, right before this stream, they decided to put out the other half of the prequel comic to Sonic Frontiers.
Oh,
really? Yeah.
Ooh. Well, then you gotta beat it so you can go read it.
I actually already read it.
Thoughts?
It doesn't need to exist, but cool.
Nice.
It explains, like, nothing.
Mountain Man says the odd day-night cycle for Greenland is due to it mostly being above the Arctic Circle.
Yep.
Circles. Sonic smashes B. Or Oogie. Yeah.
Oh, we're back today.
Hey, Hog. Fighter of the Night Hog.
Of course, they've got these platforms to try and mess you up.
Tiny.
Video game.
Mech Burner Blaster says, I feel like the biggest problem with Sonic Unleashed is that they should have just scrapped everything unique about it and made it into a Resident Evil game with this tongue sticky out emoji. Some bold moves for Resident Sonic Evil.
What? I'm just confused on how you come to that conclusion. I know you're joking around, but...
I think he's making comments about some of your FNAF commentary.
Well, so be it. I still hold my opinions.
Liam is responsible says she shares her father's profession, but rather than being a simply demented scientist, she's a completely unhinged doctor. Sodi's daughter is a mildly annoyed researcher. That sounds like quite a group of what a family.
Sounds like a happy family full of crazy people.
Mildly annoyed researcher. I love that. That's just mad scientists know I'm a mildly irritated researcher. Why did no one provide their sources?
They cited them in MLA formats. No.
They didn't use tab in the right space, so I'm deducting points off their final grade.
What do you mean they used chloroform in this experiment? I told them to use jelly.
They should have used silly putty, those fools. I like that mildly annoyed researcher quickly turned into, like, disgruntled professor.
Speaking of professors, I recently watched the latest episode of Doctor Who.
Oh my god, are they still, what, 13? I'm very behind in Doctor Who.
13 has just ended, and I don't want to spoil it, but I want to spoil it.
Wait, hold up. They didn't save the regeneration for a Christmas special?
No, this was the special. The Power of the Doctor was the special.
Usually they save, like, regenerations for a Christmas special. It's October.
No, they haven't. They didn't this time. Because they've got...
That feels illegal.
No. They've got... Well, they got Chris Chibnall back what's his name? Back as, showrunner. Well...
the Russell T. Davies?
Yeah, yeah, him. And he did the episode, and oh my god. How fast people have gone from they hate Jodie Whittaker's Doctor to they love Jodie Whittaker's Doctor.
Okay, so did it turn out once again that the writer is the problem?
Yes.
Because I feel like the 12th Doctor was heavily underrated, and Peter Capaldi, I swear to God, could have put in a solid act, and if it turned out that, like, Stephen Moffat and crew just ruined it, bruh. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was just the writing staff, because they basically took everything that they had set up with this Doctor and finally used it. And a
couple episodes here and there, and it was like setting up for stuff, and I need to get back to Doctor Who. That's one of those things I was like, man, I need to catch up on, but I don't know where to stream it, and it's just...
Yeah, they keep messing it up, messing up the streaming platform, so I totally understand that.
Witching awry. Mech Burner Blaster says, Cyberlords, am I right? Oh my god, yeah, I saw that episode, because that one was...
Yeah, the Cyberlords were back in this one, and they were working with the Masters and the Daleks, and...
Wait, did you just pronounce Dalek as Daleks?
Sorry.
No, I didn't... Daleks were, like, my thing for the longest time, and sorry, that threw me through a loop.
I call them Daleks, so that's what I've always called them.
No, you good. I was just like, wait a minute. Back in my Doctor Who days of yore, I drew a hybrid. I've got sketches of them somewhere for, like, Cybermen Dalek hybrids, and I probably could find the sketchbook somewhere. If it's not with me, it's probably at my parents' house. But man, Doctor Who used to, like, be my jam. And if Russell T. Davies, if you're saying one episode alone has fixed what Doctor Who has been lacking for the last, like, I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
Man.
Let me explain here. I cried multiple times throughout the episode.
Damn.
They brought back Ace and Tegan from the 6th and 5th Doctors.
Oh, dang.
They brought back the 5th, 6th, 7th, and Doctors in the episode, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. They don't make, like, a full appearance, but they're there.
Cameos.
They're cameos, but they're part of the story, and it makes sense in the plot. And
okay.
Oh my god, Ace and Tegan piloting the TARDIS, amazing. Just amazing.
Now, have I ever told you my 6th Doctor story?
You have not.
So back in high school, again, my peak Doctor Who era was between 10th grade and when I graduated high school. Because it was, my friends had introduced me to it. I loved it. This was right during the 11th Doctor era, right before Peter Capaldi. I got like the first season Peter Capaldi during like my Doctor Who big era. And I was on Tumblr, I was a Doctor Who person. But my friends had gotten me for one birthday a lot of Doctor Who t-shirts. And I wore them a lot in school because I was, you know, a fucking nerd. And I'm in ceramic class, my junior year? And I'm talking with my best friend in class and we're talking about Doctor Who. And this one British kid comes over, he's like after class while we're waiting for the bell to ring or whatever, he's like, also, hey, February, howdy.
Hello.
So, he's like, you really like Doctor Who? I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, well, my family's friends with the 6th Doctor. And I'm like,
What?
What? He's like, yeah, my older sister and his daughter went to the same school, and he is a family friend. And I'm like,
that is hilarious.
Hello? He's like, well, I'm gonna be going back to the, like, you know, the UK in a couple weeks. Do you want me to see if I can get his signature for you? And I was like, yes.
Did you get Sylvester McCoy's signature?
So, like, at least like a month goes by and I don't hear anything, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna bother someone for a free signature because one, I don't know if this guy's pulling my leg. Two, if someone's giving you something free, you don't kind of just be like, when are you giving it to me? And then just one day in class, he hands me a folder and it is 2 signed pictures from the 6th Doctor, and I was like,
my gosh.
What the heck? I was just like, hello? My friend in class didn't want one, but I had another good friend of mine who really loves Doctor Who. And I gave it to her for her birthday, and she was just like, and I'm like, right? I need to find, I put that somewhere very safe. And
that
it's so
is
safe, I forgot where I
wild.
put it. But, yeah, so I just casually have that because of some kid in my ceramics class.
That's freaking hilarious, and I love it, and that needs to happen more often.
Yeah, it was just... Well, okay, speaking of unexpected signatures, so Mark and I have been, you know, moving and unpacking stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so back at an old place, he had a model ship of the USS Enterprise from Star Trek. I was like, okay, yeah, cool.
Hang on, before you continue, chat, are you guys keeping track? Because I am... I have kind of lost track at the moment.
Oh, God. Well, let me read chat real quick. Liam is responsible says the only naturally made family member is Sadi's daughter, since the professor doesn't know what a handheld computer is. He describes Facebook as an abomination made in a lab. That checks out for what an adult would give an opinion of Facebook. And Mountain Man says, WTF, I would have said a lot of BS on that kid. Thought he was joking. Like, for real. That's why I didn't, MacBurnham Blaster says at least 7 total deaths. Time to enter the tally counter.
Oh boy. Yeah,
but, no. So, yeah, like, I wasn't expecting it, so that's why I wasn't, like, hassling this kid, be like, hey, did you get the signature? Because I'm like, this kid could have been pulling my leg. Like, for real. But he came back with these, like, legit signed prints. Like, actual nice Doctor Who ones. I was like, oh my god.
Wild. I have nothing to say but wild.
But, okay, so back to, let me finish the Mark story. So we're unpacking stuff here, and I had seen this ship. It's like a pretty fair-sized one. And I'm looking at this when we get the box that it had been in. And I'm like, Mark, this is signed? He's like, yeah, my mom gave this to me when I was a kid. Like, when I was, like, 5. And I'm like, Mark, this looks like Patrick Stewart's signature. And I'm like... how did you get this? He's like, I don't know, my mother gave it to me when I was a kid. And so I go online, and now Sir Patrick Stewart, and I'm like, okay, Patrick Stewart's signature. And lo and behold, this thing is a dead set match for, what Mark's Enterprise ship is signed. And I'm like, Mark, you're telling me for years, you've just been sitting on this signed USS Enterprise model by the Patrick Stewart. And, like, never told me. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, how did this get signed? He's like, I don't know. My mother gave it to me when I was 5. I'm like, how did your mother meet Patrick Stewart? How? What? I'm never gonna find out. And I'm like, no. Because I want to know that story, and I will never, and it will haunt me forever. But now we happen to have a signed USS Enterprise by the Patrick Stewart.
Man, that is... You're making me really jealous now, because there's...
That one I was at least happenstance. Also, Demon Dog says hello.
Hello.
And Furry says, how is everyone?
I'm alright. I'm a little congested still, but I'm doing better than yesterday, which is good. And, I just keep failing here.
This is where we lose the lives.
Yeah, I figured this would be the section, because it's all, like, tippy-toe and...
Lots of fire. Mike Blaster goes, Patrick Stewart, you mean the man who voiced the poop emoji in the Emoji Movie? Yes, the very one!
Oh, boy.
Okay, so I'm finding random stuff I had packed, like, way long ago that I didn't realize I still had. I'm sorting through all these, like, posters I had from college, and for some reason I saved half of a box. It's empty, it was just a cardboard bit. Half of a cardboard box for Emoji Movie themed graham cracker snacks. I'm like, why do I have this?
So,
why did I save this for 5 years?
Oh, there was a debate I did want to have in the chat today. I wanted to see what everybody thought. So is it Eggman Land or Robotnik World? And somebody says Robotropolis.
Ooh. Also, hello, Plasma Fee.
Yeah.
February says congestion stinks, and then February says, hey, Gavin.
Hi.
Howdy, welcome, friends, joining us now for Sonic and random nerd ramblings of randomness.
Yeah, because, you know, it's today. And if you guys are just now joining us, I'm holding a poll on Twitter, at GavinDragonYT, where you can vote on whether we play Minecraft this week. Because I have no idea if you guys are actually interested in that topic. And if we do, it'll mostly be just achievement running. And it won't interfere with anything else that we have planned, like the Sonic Let's Plays or really anything, so...
Yeah.
So don't feel ashamed if you're like, if we play it and it's like, oh, I wanted him to play this. Well, it's like, you don't have to worry about it.
It'll still be played.
Yeah.
Demon Dog asks, which version are you playing?
This is the HD version. This is the, I'm playing this on the Xbox One. Specifically the Xbox One X, because, yeah, people hit a subscriber goal, so we would play this version of the game.
Yeah.
Originally we were going to play the Wii version, and, yeah. So.
Mountain Man says, my mother has every newspaper I've been in during high school for some reason. Were you in your school's newspaper a lot, or was this like your town newspaper?
I've ended up in both the city's newspaper, the town newspaper, and the school newspaper, as well as the local news.
My college's newspaper, for someone wanted a quote from me during our college film festival, like the student staff and like adult staff like got a lot of stuff screwed up and pissed off all the filmmakers, and they wanted me for quotes because they knew I did not like CEC. And then Mountain Man says town. Like, okay, I see, that's at least, I feel like, well, what were you in the news for? Were you like a sports guy and like getting achievements or something, or was it just like random student does thing?
So I was in the town newspaper for helping out the local library with a charity event. It was unprompted, and they didn't tell me about it until I showed up one day to do stuff, and they were like, hey, do you want to help out? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I was in the school newspaper for a comic book I started to help out with. You can watch other streams if you want to find out more about that.
Ooh.
And then I was in the city newspaper because our school was the first school in the area to have a leadership class, and they wanted to hear about it. And after that they got rid of the leadership class, sadly. So
Rip.
And that was...
Mountain Man says he was in for football, track, and EMS. Yeah, that makes sense if you would have been in, like, newspaper. If you're a sports dude. Mech Burner Blaster says, I was also in the newspaper once, and I was also baby Jesus once. I was Jesus twice in college. But the story... Okay, do you want the short story of... I know the story of why Mech Burner Blaster is in the newspaper. So years ago, I was a kid, and the local... I've got type 1 diabetes, and there was, like, a local group for, kids with diabetes, and they would put on a holiday party each year. They'd have the kids and family come, they'd get food, they'd hire a Santa, and they'd give out little gifts. Cool stuff, fun. It was really nice. But so one year, we're at like the meal part of the little event, and my brother, who was, I want to say about like 4 or 5 at the time, he was pretty young, was doing the arts and crafts with my mom. He's like, I made a card for Santa. I want to go give it to Santa. And my mom was like, okay. So my younger brother, who at the time was not a type 1 diabetic, goes up and wants to give Santa this card. And the Santa is like, oh, really nice, and puts him on his lap. And at that moment, like every single camera, news crew was taking pictures of my brother at this diabetic event who was not diabetic with Santa. And he was on like local TV news, he was in the newspaper, we saved the newspaper somewhere, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, he's not even diabetic, this is my thing! As he was known for the Santa card. It was like a really nice picture and stuff, but it was really funny. It's like, wait a minute!
That's amazing.
Good times. But Man's Like a Wheel says, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I did see the Sega Genesis game, but I hope the movie comes out in 2024. I think that's when they're estimating the next movie to come out. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means sometime next year we'll get a trailer for it. Mech Burner Blasters also says, I hope they have slicers in the Sonic 3 movie just to screw with Some Call Me Johnny.
Yes. I love that idea. Do it.
Mountain Man says, the best for me was a speech I did before a football game. All the others are, why save them? Yeah, there's like sometimes where it's just like, yeah, I actually did something. Here's something like noteworthy to save, and then someone's just like, yeah, I happen to be there.
Oh, I didn't say the local news thing. Local news thing was I was just there. They were reporting on my elementary school being closed for asbestos or whatever.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a heavy one. There was one time I was coming home from college, and because I was a film person, I saw someone setting up a camera, and we were like, we had to park. It was at a rest area, because it's like a 3.5-hour drive from my college to my parents' house. And we're like, oh, sorry, don't want to walk in front of your camera. And they're like, oh, it's fine. Do you actually want to be interviewed? We're like, what are you doing the story on? They're like, traveling during the holidays. I was like, oh, that's literally what we're doing right now, because it's like right before Christmas. And so I was on Massachusetts, like a local news. I forget if we have like a video of that somewhere, but I was like, yeah, okay. And then I went back to being like, hee. I love film stuff. I wish I could have done film things, but film does not pay the insulin bills. Cries.
I mean, you're kind of doing a film thing with me.
Yeah, and I want to get back to my editing days. I miss editing. I've just been... Now, currently, as it stands, like, all my time is, like, I'm like, okay, I'm almost done unpacking things in the house, and then some family member gives me, like, a dozen more boxes, and I'm like, son of a bitch! No, I'm not. Well, so one day, I'll eventually be finished unpacking, sorting, and all that jazz.
Well, I might have an editing project for you in the future.
Oh yeah, no, hit me up with it eventually. Yeah, like, I want to, and it's just like, right now, I'm like, I don't have any, like, specific thing I want to make and put out at the moment, so I haven't been doing anything, but I'm like, yeah, I want to get... And it's like, I'll get back to this eventually. Soon, but not quite yet.
Eventually, when the world stops being mean.
Cool.
So...
Mountain Man says, you couldn't pay me enough to be filmed, I just freeze. That's fair. Being on camera is hard. For me, I like recording, but like editing is just like my jam. And like, I wish I could just edit.
See,
movies.
and I like I like recording, I don't like editing as much, and people who know me know that I postpone editing as much as possible, which is why like nothing gets edited on my channel until for like months, until I'm like, I really have to finish this.
Oh yeah. One of these days I'll find like I'll have you give me the files for like Hollow Knight and Sonic 06, and I'll do like compilations because I've been wanting to do those. But the files are gonna be so large, I feel like I need just like a flash drive. I don't know if you can like send like a 3-hour stream over Telegram multiple times.
I mean, oh shoot. I mean, I could just make a huge doc folder with all.
We might have to do that.
With all the streams just downloaded in the highest quality I can get.
Yeah, and then edit from there. Liam is responsive says, so here's where it gets weird. None of this family is human, none of them are human beings. They're all related to birds. Interesting. Are they like, what kind of birds are we talking here? Because birds is a big, there's variety of birds. Also, Mech Burner Blaster says, what about Mother 3 Thor Love and Thunder idea I gave you already? That's true, but I have yet to... Some of these I'm like, I have ideas, but none of them are like, oh, I want to get this out right this second. Like, when there's, you know, back when the Silk Song things were like, oh yeah, you know, I need to get that out before the next direct or something. But now I don't have any, like, crushing deadlines, so I'm just like, I'll get to it. One of these days. I have a list somewhere.
So, how many deaths are we up to?
I've lost track as the segment we keep dying. I told you I was gonna screw it up!
You were like, I'm not gonna mess it up, messes it up.
I knew I was. I was just like, yeah, this is inevitable. I will, like, get distracted or something, lose count, and lo and behold, here we are.
that didn't take that long.
Mountain Man says a number. Ah, I've been texted by Mech Burner Blaster. You're up to 19.
We're up to 19.
Let me update my tally count.
20 now. At least, at minimum.
Yeehaw.
Hey, I finally did it. I finally did the button combo.
Friend says, hello again, my friend. Hello, Xavier. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, welcome. We are attempting Eggman Land today.
We're giving Gavin our strength to finally finish up Sonic Unleashed.
So please, also if we can hit 400 by the end of the month, I'll be playing Castlevania Legends.
That was so mean of YouTube to take away 3 subscribers. Like, how rude.
I know. It would have been a perfect 10 subs, too.
Yeah. So rude of YouTube. Shakes fist suspiciously.
And if you guys missed out on the Castlevania Bloodline stream yesterday, go check it out. I had a lot of nice things to say about the game, even though I had to focus for a bit, and, oh boy, I'm just dying all over the place today.
Yeehaw. Death be upon thee.
Rings? Anywhere? Rings? Okay. Didn't want to curse, but glad I didn't. Glad I didn't. Caught myself. Now I just gotta do the stage.
Yay.
Alright. Back to Werehog.
Yay! I genuinely, what you were saying earlier about Doctor Who has me excited. I need to, like, find where to catch up. And,
so I don't know where all the... So HBO Max has, or had, episodes. I don't know if it still does, because I canceled my subscription.
I'll have to check it out.
I know that
because, like...
AMC Plus has the latest episode.
I don't have AMC Plus. But that's the thing, because originally Doctor Who used to just be on Netflix, and then they added some to, like, Amazon, and they keep changing where it's kept, so I've not been able to keep up.
Luckily, you can still watch it on Amazon, but you have to buy it.
Oh,
you have to buy each episode, which is I'm okay with.
I'd rather just buy a physical copy at that point.
Honestly, I'm waiting on the complete Jodie Whittaker one so I can continue my collection. Because I've been getting all of the new Blu-rays and stuff. I
know the 10th Doctor collection went on super sale a little while ago. I need to eventually buy that.
I have it already. I have the 10th and 9th Doctor in one set.
Somewhere.
And then
at one point, my family, like, one Christmas, we got my dad, like, into Doctor Who at one point, and that was, like, good for all of us. Because then, that Christmas, he surprised our family and got physical copies, because this was, like, 2012, 2013, copies of seasons 1 through 7. So, like, this is when stuff, like, not everything was on streaming. I don't even think we had access to Netflix at that point. Like, we didn't have a subscription. So it was, like, a big deal to get all, like, the physical copies.
I do have a funny Doctor Who story. We were buying up those DVD sets when I was still living, when we were still living down in Kentucky. And throughout all of the harassment from my boyfriend's mother, Doctor Who ended up becoming my comfort show.
Doctor Who was my comfort show. My friends introduced me to it, and I, like, immediately attached it. It became, like, the comfort show.
Like, I know it's not a comforting show, but, like, it became my comfort show, and then I got really into researching it and looking into it. Like, when I was working at Amazon, I ended up buying all the episodes on YouTube and just watching them in the break room. And it was really helpful throughout the entire week where I was stuck sleeping at an Amazon warehouse.
Oh, damn.
That's a story for another time. Not a happy.
I keep looking up Doctor Who 10th Doctor, and instead of getting David Tennant, they're like, here's season 10. I'm like, no, I want David Tennant.
Well, you're gonna have a hard time with that again, because, who the 14th Doctor is.
Oh, I heard the announcement. Wasn't that announced over the summer?
Yeah, that he was coming back, but nobody knew if it was like...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Nobody knew if he was just coming back to be like, I'm the 10th Doctor, this story takes place during the 10th Doctor. No, David Tennant is now not only the 10th Doctor, but also the 14th Doctor, and, Ncuti Gatworth is, officially the 15th Doctor.
Hold up! This sounds like fake news. What?
I can send you the I could send you the regeneration.
No way.
Yeah, even the Doctor was surprised. I can send it to you.
What? I knew he was showing up for, like, the 60th special because it's been 10 years since the 50th.
Yeah, he's got 3 episodes. He's got 3 episodes.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh my god, if this was 2012, the Tumblr would have been on fire. Holy shit. Oh my god.
So it's me and Truman were like, wow, David Tennant, how come the Doctor lets you? How come they let you have 3 Doctors?
Yeah, because he's still got his little side dude vibing in the other dimension. Yeah? That one's still just out there living with Rose.
Yeah, but that one's human. That one's human.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I was talking about the regeneration where he used the hand to keep the face.
Oh, yeah. I thought that's where the human one came from too, but...
Yeah, that was also where the human one came from as well, but...
There's too many. But, okay, in chat, Xavier Jordan says, I play Sonic Unleashed, it's a great game. Mesogog doing Fury Snide says, hi everyone, is game time? Yes, indeed. Liam is responsible says, the professor's name is Frank... Oh my god. Is it Turducken? Oh my god. The professor's name is Frank Turducken. He is part duck, turkey, and chicken. Saudi is an American crow. Her voice doesn't sound American at all. Greco-Roman. That's cool. And then Mechaberta Blaster asks, can Matt Berry be the next Doctor though? I would even just appreciate that for a comedy skit.
Oh god. Maybe.
Mountain Man says, I've been trying to watch Porco Rosso, but I keep pausing to figure out what the planes, guns, historical hits, and slash people that are in it.
Oh, thank God I found some help.
Yay. Since we're on Doctor Who talk, and now that you've gotten on Doctor Who, but who's your favorite Doctor? I feel like I've asked you this before, but I cannot remember.
I like this. I like the 7th Doctor. I like the 8th Doctor. But my favorite's probably Peter Capaldi's 12.
Peter Capaldi, I just, again, like I mentioned earlier, I feel like if he had Russell T Davies as showrunner, he could have, like, because David Tennant, like, not at all bad-mouthing Christopher Eccleston. David Tennant, like, had such a passion for being Doctor Who that you can, like, really see it in his acting. And I feel like Peter Capaldi had also wanted to be a doctor.
Oh,
like Doctor Who growing up.
Apparently he wrote in, as an adult asking to play the part.
Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, like, he really, and he even was in a cameo episode in the Tennant era.
Mm-hmm.
Tennant era part 1, let's say, oh my god. And, like, I feel like had the writing for it, not that all of the episodes were bad, some of them were, like, really good, but I feel like too much of the show, like, lost the touch that, like, the Eccleston and Tennant eras were so strong. He could have done so well with that.
So I do have a little bit of a shocking twist here that'll probably annoy a few people.
Oh.
My boyfriend's favorite companion is Clara.
Really? I don't know if I hate Clara. I was disgruntled that they left her in for like 4 seasons when every other companion got like 1.
I mean, you could just go back to... hang on. Well, that's not like the only companion to just get that many seasons.
Okay, well...
You have to go back a ways, but I mean...
Of the modern companions, I feel like Eccleston, Tennant, like, they all were like 1 season done. Amy and Rory stuck around for a bit, and then they left. And then, like, Clara was there for so long. And I enjoyed her character, but I'm like, okay, I would like to see new cast members be added. Also, Stan Woozle Argent, Swiper the Fox says, come on, reset number that 400 subscribers. Yeah, can we get back to 400?
Please.
And not have YouTube rob us again? Steal Gavin's poor subscriber. Invite 3 of your friends to come subscribe, folks. We know you have at least 3 friends among the 6 of you watching.
At least 3 alternative accounts.
Get the bots.
Please don't get the bots. The bots are why people why YouTube keeps taking away stuff, because they think that I'm sending bots in.
Send in bots.
So I was listening to some Frank Sinatra last night while I was drawing.
Mm-hmm.
And I read the comments because I was bored. People have been replacing the music in Final Fantasies 1, 4, 6, and 7 to play Frank Sinatra music at random times.
Oh, damn.
And it somehow fits. Don't ask me, I'm just the messenger. I'm as confused as everyone else.
I mean, sure.
And this all started because Final Fantasy Strangers in Paradise decided to include Frank Sinatra alongside Limp Bizkit.
Dang.
I got nothing. Both songs are good. I got nothing. Come on, is that all of them, please? Wait, is this just... You're kidding me. Ah. They're limitless. You just have to hit the switch in the corner. Thank you, game.
McBurnable Blaster says, but didn't you know every RPG besides Pokemon and the Mother Trilogy are the exact same game? So does that mean Frank Sinatra works in every game?
Well, I have no idea why you would say that. Because they're not, but okay. My opinions are a little fickle when it comes to RPGs, so... What?
I'm just vibing.
Wait,
being
I can-
neon.
I do think it's funny though that the special has Neil Pat the next the 60th special has Neil Patrick Harrison in as the Celestial Toymaker.
Is that going to be like the Christmas special, or is no that for the 60th?
That's the 60th because we haven't seen the Celestial Toymaker since the first Doctor.
Oh wow.
So
The 60th isn't until next year, correct?
not till next year.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't think it's the right year.
No, it's not, but they've already filmed it, so...
Yeah, I remember because, oh my god, I can't remember the actor's name, but Donna Noble's father was going to be in it, and he passed away, and they're like, don't worry, we recorded his scenes before he passed away.
Oh, he actually...
And like, woof.
He actually made it into the special?
That's what I believe people said, is they had filmed his scenes before he passed away.
Oh my gosh, so that'll be it. That's gonna be his last role as Doctor Who.
Yeah, and he was like just like a good character for like Tennant too. Like,
oh
man.
yeah. So wait, we're going
And
back.
14th Doctor. Oh my god.
Yeah. Did you already see the clip or?
No, I'm still confused. That is just such a bold move. Like, what?
I think it's.
I mean, I'm a fan, but I think that's wild. They would return to, hey, it's you again.
What I think it is I think it's supposed to be like, hey, old fans, we're back to what we used to be.
I mean, they got my vote, like, not gonna lie.
And then we got the next Doctor coming in, and I think he's gonna do just wonderful.
Yes.
And I'm okay with waiting on it, as long as he's a good Doctor. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I don't think they would cast anyone, at least in this day and age, who wouldn't be a good Doctor, you know?
I mean, some people would say Jodie Whittaker. I am not one of those people.
I take it with a grain of salt with people. I haven't watched enough to give a fully formed opinion, but I think some folks literally are just like, it can't be a woman. Like, I think some people it's literally just, like, that salty.
I mean, some people did that to Shooty Gatworth until the 6th Doctor said, nope, we vouch for him. He's another Scott. Goddamn, enemies, stop shooting at me.
Like Brennan Buster's just the 10th Doctor always comes back. Yes, apparently so. That's just such a bold move. Because, like, it made sense. I thought, during the Peter Capaldi era, I expected them to go fully back to the Pompeii episode, and instead they, like, barely mentioned it. Like, goddamn, you guys could have done it and you didn't, you cowards. They're like, oh yeah, like the explanation. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get that. For why he existed within the universe and stuff, but like I can't believe we're going back to Tenet again, and like that just shocks me.
Well, the thing is, the Doctor's super confused. Like it was, like literally the last words that he says in the episode is, "What?"
Oh my god. Okay, so classic Tenet.
So he's like, I believe she's like, I know these teeth, I know these hands, and then he rubs his face and he's just like, wait, what?
No way. Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's...
I'm gonna have to, like, re-binge Doctor Who. What the hell?
I'm sorry.
No, I knew they were, like... I thought... They mentioned she was gonna regenerate. And I figured... I'm like, okay, so Christmas special, haha. Because it's always been a Christmas special. I didn't realize, like, that already happened.
It just happened, like, 2 days ago.
Dang.
So you're...
Gotta go binge. In chat, Dream Snatcher says, "Show more Sonic are the best video games, or the best video."
I will. I mean, I've got 55 episodes worth of Sonic content. I think now.
Yeah, go watch them.
Now 56. So after this video, you've got plenty of content to watch.
Yeah. McBurn Blaster says it's called nostalgia and fan service. Yeah, that's. I feel like that absolutely fueled this decision. Because
I'm okay with it. I don't care.
I am too. I'm just.
Listen,
shocked.
when you've got 60 years worth of content, you might as well go back to some of the stuff that worked.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're so always gung ho on like keeping, new doctors, and that I like. Had you told me back in like 2012, 2013. That like, okay, you're gonna get a couple more doctors, and then David Tennant's gonna become Doctor again, I would have like lost my shit.
Well, I mean,
I was a Tennant person.
I mean, the fourth Doctor came back as the curator.
Oh, I loved that. I loved that so much. That was so cute in the fifth. The 50th, I thought could have been different. Like, and the 50th was nice.
Listen, the power of the Doctor was, in my opinion, it's probably one of my favorite episodes now, just because of how much they threw in there. Like, we have the fifth Doctor come back and mention Haggard, and I'm like, oh my god, you can't mention the first character you killed. You cannot do that and not expect me to cry. Because Tegan was expecting the Doctor to just, like, forget about everybody. Because
yep.
it had been four decades since she had seen him.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I loved in the Tenet era was when they brought Sarah Jane back. Like, my actual first exposure to Doctor Who was the Sarah Jane show, because I did not know that show aired on Sci-Fi when I was like 11, and we didn't know it was a Doctor Who show. We just saw it on Sci-Fi. We're like, oh yeah, let's watch this. And they only aired like one season on Sci-Fi, and I loved it. So when I found out Sarah Jane was a Doctor Who thing, like, a decade later, not even a decade, but, like, when I was in high school, I was like, what? And so the fact that they, like, brought her back into the show was, like, I love that.
Oh yeah, I am overjoyed with the companions that we saw.
Just give me more K9, he's eternal, my little baby boy.
They brought back, Graham and Ryan.
I know during some of the Jodie episodes, they had brought back Captain Jack Harkness. I was like, whoa, okay. Because they, like, I remember they, like, took a turn to make the show more, like, family-friendly, and they were like, here's Captain Jack Harkness. And I'm like, oh, you sure about that?
They were perfectly sure until, it turned out that those allegations came across him. Because, like, he was supposed...
I did not see that, but...
Apparently, he was supposed to show up in The Power of the Doctor, as well as The Flux. But,
when did allegations come about?
Basically, he fucked up when he was, like, in his 20s or something, and he had apologized about it. And then they were just like, yeah, no, you're a liability, and said, nope.
Whoops. Dang, that's disappointing.
Which is a shame, because yeah,
John Barrowman was a cool person.
Like, he's a cool guy, but apparently he, said something or whatever about something. I couldn't tell you, honestly. I didn't follow.
I have no idea.
I haven't followed. All I know is, like, he was supposed to come back and he didn't. Alright, what is the final tally, everybody?
I've lost count because we were talking about Doctor Who.
We got a B rank.
Hey!
That took us an hour.
Not bad. Again, I've like blocked out hours of time for this. Alright, in chat, because I'm behind. Skylar says, "Hey Gavin and Artie, less chat and more telling you I'm more me telling you I'm cute. Ooh woo." And then Skylar says, "Gavin, you are a cute furry."
Okay.
Beerus Fart says, "I was being super happy today, Sonic game, when I was new time." Yeah, Mechburn Blaster says it's 25 times. Thank you for counting. I got distracted. And then Liam is responsible says, you know how your parents would measure your height every year on your birthday? Frank did the same thing with Sodi, except he used blueprints and model editions. Model 1.8 was the latest version he made. Interesting stuff.
Fascinating. I need to take a drink here real fast, because my...
Duncan from Total Drama Island says, "You furries." Oh my god, is that...
Hi, Duncan. I liked Duncan in the show, Total Drama Island. Believe it or not, I really liked that show.
I only watched bits and pieces here and there. What's her face? I like Gwen, but then again, I'm a simp for goth girls, so...
I like that. I like the show. If you want to subscribe, Duncan, that'd be freaking rad.
Yeah. Even though you think furries are gross.
You know, I do more... I don't just do furry stuff. I mostly do whatever video game suits my fancy for the day.
And the icon happens to be furry.
Duncan is Morbius, says Liam, and Scores has reached the number of subscribers of 400. CC Goku says wash furries? I mean...
Oh no, are we... we are clean furries here. No musky huskies allowed.
I got a shower this morning, so I am all A-okay.
I've spent most of today cleaning my house. I am not a musky husky. Fevre says furries be stinky.
I guess. I guess. Some of them are. Most of the people I hang out with get showers pretty regularly.
Yeah.
And they use deodorants. So we restored the Chaos Emerald, so now we can go Supersonic, I guess. Maybe.
Hooray.
And, I guess we just repaired the Earth. So all that's left is to stop Eggman and his grand plan here.
Duncan says, "Furries really suck. Ooh, freak." And then CC Goku says, "Sonic wannabes." If you want to see Sonic wannabes, you should have seen our Sonic OC tier list, CC Goku. Mountain Man says, "I love that Owen won that first season." It has been so long since when did Total Drama Island first start airing?
I was in middle school. Furry is more of a hobby than it is an actual thing.
Duncan says, "Disgusting furries." Where? 2007. Oh my god, that's 15 years old. Bruh. Ooh.
And it's still going.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no. I'm good. Honestly, even the people that come in and say, "Ooh, furry," at least I know it's all in good fun. If they said anything else...
Goku says, "Should have been Mr. Coconut who won." It was robbed!
And now we have the Egg Dragoon. We fought it back. We fought it back in the Generations episode. We fought it in Sonic Forces. But now we get to fight it again.
Time for you to morb Sonic. Don't let us down.
Yeah. If you guys are just joining in, feel free to subscribe and drop a like, because, you know, I work hard on these streams. I do all the artwork, and I set it up, I play it, I research these games pretty heavily. So please, drop a subscribe. I've got more content on the way. Apparently we have...
It's just good. Furries are disgusting and gay. Yeah, of course we are. I know, like, one straight furry, maybe two. Not gonna lie. Who is responsible as Jim Carrey versus Jay Leto Sonic? Who will win? Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Also, apparently we lost a subscriber.
They didn't like that we were stinky furries. Ooh.
Oh well.
Their loss. Our ooh gain.
I guess. Honestly.
Even you won't last long against this one. That lit up part on the bottom looks fishy.
Howler says, this Eggman villains will lose to you. Get this win. Yeah! Finish the fight.
You little.
Hey chat, we see you there. We're up to nearly 20 likes. Can we hit 20 before Gavin beats this boss? I know you can.
That green round thing looks suspicious. Give it a bonk, Sonic.
So is this the final boss, or just
this-
the final boss of the Eggman Land?
The final boss of Eggman Land. I believe we still have Dark Gaia left.
Checks out, because I'm like, this seems anticlimactic run up to a final boss.
You little. Take this.
McBurnham Blaster says, I want one boss to have bright colored spots that make you think it's a weak point, but it's not, and it's just there to troll you. That would be fun design.
Respond. Let's
Techie Coyote says, Sonic versus Eggman, who will win this fight? Sonic, obviously. Because he's gonna morb. Well, he's not in morb. Oh no, he is in morbid form. I looked for him. McBurnham Blaster says, it's a final Werehog boss and the penultimate boss. Okay, got it. So it's a final morb.
Hey! Well, wait! Stop! No! This is a delicate machine! Now look what you've done! Blast you!
Once again, if we can hit 400 subscribers by the end of the month, I will end up playing Castlevania Legends next week. So please subscribe if you haven't already.
The ground's breaking up.
Yeah, do it. Do the thing.
Wing units deploy! You were lucky, Sonic, but luck can't last forever.
Gremlin says, yeah, please. I can whip for that.
Also on the Twitter at GavinDragonYT, we are holding a poll to see if you guys want to see Minecraft this week. It's just a poll to see what you guys wanted me to actually play. So please go ahead and vote. This is your one shot to actually get me to play Minecraft and take it seriously and actually, you know, I don't know, research it.
So fun fact, I have never played Minecraft before.
That's-
And it like looks really fun, I've just never been able to like get myself to try Minecraft.
It's fair. I don't normally find it fun, but you know, if they want to see it, who am I to say no?
Yeah, it seems like for some people, if that's a game you're into, it seems like your cup of tea, and it's one of those like I probably would enjoy it. I don't know, I've just never been able to get myself to try it and like sit down and like play the game. McBurnham Blaster says, why doesn't he just stay out of punching range? Jim Carrey, you were so close, you just had to stay out of range. Shakes fist.
He wants to.
He wants to morph too.
He wants to get an up-close view of Sonic's death, except, you know, it's not gonna happen.
He wants a front row seat.
Stay back!
just button mash. That's a good quick time event, just button mash.
It was a little stressful, honestly. Wasn't.
No, don't swing me around, Sonic.
I asked ranked the fight.
Hey. Did you do that in one try too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we're finally leveling up Sonic because, I don't know. What else?
Might as well.
Might as well, I mean. Get them all leveled up for Frontiers, which I have pre-ordered and ready to go.
I'm so excited.
I am too. Alright.
The Strip Gremlin says, you get villains, just lost Eggman to Sonic win. Yeah! Victory for the Hedgehog. Ooh, really nice looking cutscene.
We're still sitting at 396 for subs, so please subscribe, get your friend to subscribe, because we are trying to hit 400 by the end of the month.
And we had it, and then YouTube yanked it away. Rise. Yeah, this cutscene looks like phenomenal.
Oh yeah. Fun fact, there is a animation called Night of the Werehog.
Yes.
That came out. I did not know, but apparently the two ghosts that show up in that animation can be found in Spagonia.
Oh, neat. As ghosts?
Yeah, as ghosts. They show up in, like, the building, in one of the buildings.
Sonic, you've gotta get up.
So that animation is absolutely canon. It's just...
Run, Chip.
Neat.
Yeah. So that's Dark Gaia.
Chip run. I mean, that certainly looks like a final boss, that's for sure.
Rekindled.
Alright.
I'll read chat when we're done with cutscene.
What's happening?
Wow, that's just incredible.
Yep.
The temple.
No dang.
All of the temples are going back together.
Awaken and gather here to me.
Sonic can have a temple run.
Maybe. I mean, you did say it, that one level felt like it.
True.
Alright. And off we go to fight the boss. X to boost, move, guard, and attack with the...
Sonic.
Oh boy.
Yeehaw.
This is gonna be something. I was not expecting this. This is the one part of the game where I kind of just have blocked it out of my memory.
Oh boy. Alrighty, so chat. Liam is responsible says, while I do enjoy Minecraft, my favorite games are Left 4 Dead and Dead Space. Very heavy medical undertones. Dead Space! Oh my god, I used to watch my older brother play Dead Space. That was like a cool franchise. Mushu says, you will have for sure 400 subs. Burner Blaster asks, what is this Delta in Chapter 2 in terms of all the things getting back together and the Big Mac gathering? And then says, oh boy, the frustration begins. Yay, boss fight.
Alright, we got hit there. He's very slow.
He's slowly swinging at us. Wah.
No, I mean like my character is very slow.
Yeah, you're getting the edge. Like, okay, we're getting there.
We're going.
Zeneku says, I have the happy day to watch a video. Well, we're happy to have you join us, Zeneku. We're glad you're enjoying the video.
Yeah.
Oh my god. A huge punch did one little...
Yeah, we're not doing a whole lot of damage here.
This boss fight, just so far, just feels weird compared to the rest of how fluid this game was.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Like, slow approaching robot, very slow quick time event. Now he's just giving you a hug.
Time for the big finale.
Oh boy.
Oh, and it's Temple Run.
Sonic, hit Dark Guy as weak spot.
Big finale.
While I hold him back. Chip, you rock.
Oh my god, it's an actual... Holy shit.
It's an actual stage, but it's... Oh boy, everything is coming at me a lot faster this time.
Weak spot. Quick, while I hold him back.
I'm glad I upgraded some of the stuff.
Hurry, Sonic. Dark Guy is getting ready to do something. Hang tight, Chip. Hurry, Sonic.
Oh, dang it. You actually have...
Sonic, hit
Okay.
Dark Guy as weak spot. Quick, while I hold him back. Chip,
Brendan Blaster says they're keeping a death counter for this fight. So far I haven't messed up where it's going.
hurry, Sonic.
So this is where all the lives are going.
I guess.
Sonic, hit Dark Guy as weak spot. Quick, while I hold
Well, we're definitely gonna beat it.
you rock. Go!
Gonna beat it, but we'll see how long it takes.
Guy is getting ready to do something. Sonic, hit Dark Guy as weak spot. Quick, while I hold him back. Chip, you rock. Go! Hurry, Sonic. Dark Guy is getting ready to do something. Hang tight, Chip.
Popped him in one of the eyes.
Jeez, ugh. Brendan Blaster says some people consider this to be the worst Sonic final boss. I mean, I guess we'll see how
I'll see what...
much of a drag this is before I give comment.
Yeah. Well, so far... It's not too great. I do think this thing's, the golem's movement needs to be sped up quite a bit.
Yeah, that seems to be dragging like a bunch.
What am I supposed to do for that? Hello, Adam. Artie, if you want to keep track of chat for a little bit, that'd be cool.
Sure, yeah. Brooklyn says, Sonic, go for it, you got this, make a better world. Oh, it's Brooklyn from the Gargoyles show. Man, I love that show growing up. Adam Vincent, yeah, says, finally we see you again, Goatee Guy. And then McBurnham Blaster asks, me? Or do they think Karmic's here with us?
Karmic is not here. Karmic is at work.
Karmic is doing his job and Gavin's doing his.
My job is entertaining you.
Where were you, Artie? Well, I'm here now. I was just grabbing something. Yeah, I don't, like the gala, just like
it like
it feels so out of place compared to like how functional the rest of this game has been.
It doesn't feel bad, but it feels like Oh, it feels like I'm controlling something out of God of War. It's quite slow. It feels a little clunky. I feel like this could have used some playtesting.
Yeah, like the very slow, like if
Like it-
they were doing these very slow quick time events with like a bit more cinematic flair than like what we're seeing here, because it feels kind of awkward. It's like just like the slow build up would easily hit you. It's like what?
Well-
What?
Sonic, hit Dark Gaia's weak spot. Quick, while I hold him back. Shit, you rock! Hurry, Sonic! Dark Gaia's getting ready to do
The racing stages are like difficult, but like they look pretty cool.
They feel fun, so...
Yeah, this feels like, okay, yeah, this feels final boss. It's when it goes back to the golem and it's like, what?
It's not like the golem's bad, it's just... not...
Jarring.
I don't want to say it's not Sonic, because Sonic could be a lot of things, but,
It doesn't feel like, I could, maybe in a different game it would make sense, but in this one it's like, really? This is where we were going?
I was really expecting us to use the Chaos Emeralds, become Supersonic, and fight this thing head on.
Yeah, I'm not used to Sonic, like, using a mech to defeat the final boss.
I mean, I don't mind Sonic using a mech to defeat the final boss. I just wish it wasn't so slow.
Yeah, and Mech Burner Blaster says this is just phase 1 of 2. Oh, goody.
Fun.
Are you saying it's going to slow down more in the next phase?
I like that it says Gaia Colossus over there in the corner for my health bar. Like, they knew this was like a Shadow of the Colossus style thing. Kinda slow, kinda clunky.
Kinda, yeah.
Dang it. Alright, try again. This time with full health! Except the boss doesn't have full health because there's checkpoints at the end of each of those speed sections.
Thank God.
Honestly, this doesn't feel bad. The game's pretty good. It's... yeah, the final boss is weird, but I don't hate it. I don't dislike this. I think it's fine.
Save final judgments for when we like are done with the boss, because who knows, phase 2 might be hell. In chat, Brooklyn says, I'm in a gargoyle game. Ooh, fun. What game is that? So I like how Dark Gaia, this massive god, is just throwing rocks at you. I have all this power, but I can only hurl boulders! Yeah!
I mean, we are fighting in the center of the Earth, so...
But still, he's a god. He could use some of that cinematic lightning in the background to strike you down.
He could.
That would be too cool for school.
Dang
So
it.
instead, he's gonna hurl boulders.
Well, this is something. Strap in, folks. this,
Yeehaw!
this is where I struggle to find meaning in this boss. Can we not attack so slow?
Don't threaten the developers, I'll make you even slower.
What am I supposed to do for that? Please, somebody tell me.
Burner Blaster says, you cannot comprehend the nature of Dark Gaia's rocks! And Green Goblin says, don't ever lose hope! Thank you, Green Goblin. Very, very helpful. We appreciate you.
Don't even lose Hop. Lost Hop.
Oh God. Don't make me. Which one's Hop? That was no. How was Gen 7? Hop is Gen 8 of Pokemon for your rival. Oh no, we lost Hop. Whatever shall we do? We can avoid so many rival battles now. Whew. Do not even lose Hop. I'm gonna put that on a motivational poster. Motivate me not to lose my frog.
Don't lose the jump.
Do not even lose your frog. Ribbit.
So long, Sonic.
I just want to know what to do. How do you avoid the laser? How do you avoid the boulders? Like, I get you could punch the boulders, but...
Blaster asks, does Dark Gaia have legs or are they just a snake?
I don't know. I'd assume just a snake.
They are serpentine. A big temple man flying through the Earth's core. The Sonic the Hedgehog had to morb.
I really just want to play as Supersonic. This is... real.
It's odd, yeah.
It's kind of annoying me at this point. It's not even that it's... yeah, it's not what I expected. That's okay. But does it have to be so long? Does it have to shoot a laser that's going to take off half my health? Is there any way to avoid said laser?
Blaster says in quotes, "Are you having fun yet?" Dark Accelerate says, "Why are you wasting your time trying to hit it or go through it? You got a time. You got a time in going to need avoid the laser. Avoid the laser." I don't know. I don't know.
I have to time what?
I don't know. Dark Accelerate, can you please explain?
Elaborate, please.
Elaborate.
Can we just hit it? Can you not back up and have the wind up, please?
Because like the pace was like, okay, yeah, we could do, and then it's just now it's just no.
It's just that this thing moves so slow.
It moves in like comedic slow motion. Ooh, that's like really.
But it doesn't feel that weighty. Yes, I get it. This thing is the size of like a continent.
It is Australia.
The reason why I'm trying to punch the boulders is just so I can keep moving forward. Because moving the analog stick just moves me around the screen. I have to boost to get closer to him. And the boost is 1 speed, and that speed is kind of slow.
Especially because it's like so ridiculously slow. It's like, we're playing Sonic. He wants to go fast. This is super slow. McBurney Blaster says, in the Wii version, you and Dark Gaia just have a good old punch fight. Here you just wish the fight was better designed. Yeah, I could see how you would use motion controls in like the Wii version to just like punch.
And I feel like that would be pretty good, pretty well designed.
Yeah. And like I do like the like levels of like when you're doing the racing, like that makes sense why it's like timed and stuff, and that's kind of cool. But it's just this stuff is just like, what?
So long, Sonic.
I'm just annoyed because so to punch it, I have to stop boosting. I can't stop boosting to get closer to him, because boosting is the only way to get closer to him.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I liked pretty much everything up to this point.
Yeah, that's why this feels so jarring, because everything else fits so well. And then this just is like, what? McBurney Blaster says, this is a part of the fight. This part of the fight is the, oh, you're approaching me? The boss. No approach allowed.
Honestly, it feels more like, oh, you're trying? Just throw a rock at him, he'll die. This is a Star Trek moment. We're just gonna throw a big rock at a lizard. There's the lizard.
That checks out.
There's the lizard. We're the rock. We're throwing ourselves at the lizard. Duh.
We're Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Of course, that's why we're going so slow, because we're not in Fast and the Furious. Womp. It will forever be a sin that they're not calling Fast and the Furious 10 Fast 10 Your Seatbelts, and I will, like, die on that hill.
That is such a shame.
I feel like a lawsuit is in order. If people are suing, like, Sony about Morbius, then I think we should sue that Fast 10 Your Seatbelts is not actually the name of the Fast and the Furious 10th movie! They made us wait for 10 movies, and they didn't call it Fast 10 Your Seatbelts. What was the point?
Fucking depth perception. Sorry for cursing, but like, ah.
Yeah. Oh, you good. McBurney Blaster says it's approachless.
Listen, I think we're I think I figured it out. We are constantly moving forward.
Yeah.
This just makes us go slightly faster. The punches only come out when you let go of the trigger.
Okay.
So, what I've got to do is kind of sit here and dodge the boulders to boost through them. Anytime I see a big line, just punch my way through it.
Keep punching, eventually it'll work. Accelerate says, just go through the rock and going to do the laser time just right.
Ah!
Mm-hmm. The punching begins.
No, 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 no! Ah! Okay. Okay. Dang it! Why did it even give me the chance?
No.
Oh, and it recovered all that health we took off of it. Great. Cool.
Ooh.
This is how we design a boss!
Neckburn boss for this. This feels like a boss where they just wanted it to be a bit cinematic. Like, it would have been okay for some, like, some parts feel that, but like, it just, if they sped it up, like, even just like 20% faster than we're going right now.
Maybe make the laser make a noise so I can actually understand when to move out of the way.
Ooh, that would help.
That would
That
help.
would make too much sense.
Ah, yes, that would maybe quite possibly make this a little bit better. Huh. Maybe it only takes like 2 seconds to think of a good idea.
Rip.
I feel like this, I feel, is like part of corporate meddling. If that makes any sense. Somebody pointed out that every time Sonic Team is left alone and not, like, messed with, generally they put out pretty good games. Like Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic 2.
And then when someone, you know...
Some corporate head's like, hey, throw in Shadow of the Colossus boss fights.
Then it starts getting screwy, yeah. Neckburn Monsters' assault has arrived in full swing. I mean, considering how this is going, it makes sense that the salt be out.
The Sultan has arrived.
Enough salt to choke a demon in here. Just remember to drink afterwards, because sodium.
Okay. I'm so glad I grinded for lives. Thank you for that suggestion, chat.
I've lost track of how many total. I've been trying to keep. I might be off by like 1 for total deaths here.
Hurry, Sonic! That guy is getting ready to do something! Hang tight, Chip! Yeah!
Dang it.
I've been told it's 15 so far. I had 12, so I was off by a couple, but.
Hold him back! Chip, you rock!
Oh, well, now 16. Yeah, I feel like this would have been more frustrating if you hadn't done some live grinding.
It took me an hour to get that many lives, by the way.
I mean, clearly worth it. Just like, good golly.
Hurry, Sonic! Sonic!
I was worried it was gonna shove me back to the, I don't know what that was.
The golem.
Yeah.
I would have, like, wept on your behalf.
I would have cried. And then immediately gone back into it because...
It's not over until the fat guy who sings.
Sonic, hit Dark Gaia's weak spot! Quick, while I hold him back! Chip, you rock!
Like, this stuff, again, really cool.
Dark guy is getting ready to do something.
Carrot Smoking a Pipe.png Revolta says, will the Milkman cult ever return? It has been a while since we've seen them. Good
That-
point, Revolta.
Hurry, Sonic!
Good
We
question.
must resurrect them.
Good question. I don't know the answer to that question, but good question.
Hit Dark Guy's weak spot, quick, while I hold him back. Chip, you rock!
But when the world needed them the most, the Milkman cult disappeared.
Oh, there we go. There's that.
Hurry, Sonic! Dark Guy is getting ready to do something! Hang tight, Chip! Hurry, Sonic!
These levels are like, they're frustrating, but this feels like,
It
yeah,
feel-
it's
it
really
feel-
cool for the boss.
It feels like a final challenge, which is perfect, because
Yeah.
that's what it is. Alright, I'm guessing that was all for Phase 1. Since you said there was 2 phases. Let's hope Phase 2 can kick it into high gear and actually give me some fun. Because the only fun I had there was in the Sonic parts.
We shall see.
What's great is later this week we actually do our final story-based Sonic game, Team Sonic Racing.
Ooh.
And after that, it's,
Twiddling our thumbs waiting for Frontiers.
well, I mean, I've got other Sonic games planned, but that's it for the main series.
Ooh.
Then I can start working on the lore video with you.
Yeah. The people, they be screaming. I'll read out chat when the cutscene's done.
Apparently.
And it's done. Mac Burner Blaster says, I like how 2D Sonic final bosses are Jim Carrey and a big man. Well, 3D Sonic final bosses are usually like against literal gods.
Gained its true power. The beast is complete. It's just as
Carrot
the
Smoking
Gaia manuscripts
Pipe.png Revolta says, where's the milkman? Oh, he is out there, probably sleeping on the job again. He will return, and then the lies will end. Oh boy.
that it should come to this.
Okay, then.
Doomed. The planet is lost.
That won't happen. There's no way Sonic will let it end like this.
Well, no, because there's a bunch of games that came after this, so of course not. Of course I'm gonna have to win, eventually. 300 tries later. Oh, finally, Supersonic. Thank
Yeah.
God. Something I know how to control.
But can you see why kids love the great taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the fact that I was making my own cinnamon toast. I actually have the Cinnadust seasoning.
Mac Burner Blaster says, grant us eyes! Yeah, I'll pass. I do not want any more eyes. Please and thank you.
He's just like pouring out all of this. And
Who thought a Hedgehog would have to fight a literal god today?
oh boy! It's almost like we've been planning for this the entire game. The last 4 parts. So if you're not subscribed, please do, because I got more games planned after this. There's a lot of
Wait,
stuff.
we've only had, this is only part 5 of this, dang.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been doing this longer.
Nope, this only took 5 parts, so perfect Dark Gaia. Now we have to.
All right, Chip. Time for the big finish. Sonic.
Ooh. We've achieved heaven. Mech Burner Blaster says, this final boss track slaps so hard.
It's very orchestral version of Endless Possibilities.
See, and like here, it makes sense why Sonic isn't getting right to the boss fight because he's a little hedgehog. Like, of course, it would take him a while to fly through that much gravity. Carrot carrot-smoking-pipe.png. Revolta says, wasn't the only time that Super Sonic ever showed up in the Sonic game wasn't the only time that Super Sonic ever showed up in the Sonic game in Sonic Adventure 2, or the last time he was in a Sonic game?
No. Super Sonic has been pretty much in everything. Super Sonic was in Frontiers as Forces as Super Sonic was in Forces DLC. He was the final boss of Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2. He was in Sonic Heroes, where you got to control Super Sonic and a whole team. Yeah, no. So he was the final boss of Generations. Essentially, if you just go back and look through, Super Sonic shows up in all of the games.
He shows up a lot.
It's just usually when he's lore relevant, it's 3D, and when it's more of a gameplay centric, it's 2D. And that's not like always true, because Sonic 3.
Interesting.
But oh, come on, snakeheads.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not a bad section. I kind of enjoy this.
This seems more functional than the previous phase.
I wish that there were rings littered around the actual part where I'm running around getting hit, but beggars can't be choosers. I guess.
Logic.
You wanted a good final boss? What?
All right, Chip, time for the big
Oh,
finish.
you. No! You get nothing! Good day, sir. You lose.
Oh man.
I gotta take out this shield.
There we go. Lots of rings.
My turn, Sonic.
It's nice that they didn't just.
Hey, what are you doing, Chip?
It's nice that they didn't just. Tie it to a ring meter, but still.
I'll get its attention, Sonic. You do something about this shield.
Neckburner Blaster asks, where's Shadow to go ooh woo for the hyperdimensional being here?
Looks like those snakes
Uh,
are its weak spot.
Busy? He's not in Frontiers, so.
I'm also going to step away from the mic for a minute, but I will return.
Alrighty, I'll try to keep up commentary, but no guarantees, because. Alright. Other than me smashing into asteroids. There we go. That's been pretty good.
The shield's gone. Sonic, you did it. Chip, be right there.
Alright, now we have time sections. Let's hope these aren't too difficult, because I really don't want to have to redo any of these.
Mount says the doorbell is throwing me off.
That's part of the game. It's not my...
Huh.
not... Yep. That's...
Interesting.
That's me getting the time thing correct.
Back in the day, there used to be, I want to say maybe Pizza Hut. There was like a Pizza Hut commercial where they had like someone ring the doorbell and like pizza's here or something, but it used to set off our dog. He thought someone was at the door and he'd start barking. We're like, no, not the Pizza Hut commercial again.
This one's all
It showed like every other commercial break too, and that poor dog was just like thrown off.
All right. And just like that, I believe Dark Gaia is down for the count.
Ew.
Well, I'm glad I pushed this off to its own video. But I mean, that's about how long I normally go anyways, about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrapped up nicely.
Once again, there's the Twitter poll for if you guys want to actually watch Minecraft on the channel. It won't take over everything, so don't worry if you don't want it. So be it. Just vote, and feel free to subscribe because we're trying to hit 400 by the end of the month.
Yeah. McBurner Blaster says nice job, and Mountain Man says that's a wrap. Nah, that's a pizza.
Ah, great. The Dark Gaia's influence is gone.
No more Morbin.
So in between making this video, I actually ended up picking up the Sonic Encyclopedia
Oh my god, that's the best name!
for a book. It covers every game up to its release, which I believe was Team Sonic Racing. So it's got some little tidbits about Sonic Unleashed in here, if I can get to the right page.
Fun fact.
Morning, wouldn't you say, Doctor? You can simply begin your plans anew, even if all of your efforts this last time were utterly wasted, even if it was a complete and utter humiliating loss, even the most pathetic loser in all the world will certainly have his chance to.
Not a
You
whole
rap when I did say, you wrapped up when I wrapped up. Woof.
woot. Woot woot. It does not seem there was much trivia there. There was only the trivia about the werehog. Night of the Werehog. So
Interesting.
it's a heavy ass book too.
Well, if it covers every Sonic game up to like what year roughly?
Yeah, it's
Simply a miracle. We've been saved by a miracle.
and I mean it covers everything, even if it's only like a page per game. It covers everything from the Pico games, which I haven't covered.
Still,
Sonic Schoolhouse, which I
without the
haven't.
We all must sleep. We all must rest. Darkness is a part of our world, just the same as light. It may be that the darkness has not been destroyed, but merely laid to rest. It grows strong.
Burn Blaster says, okay, but Eggman Land is an actual city and that's still there, so whoops.
Perhaps that is the
Eggman
true
Land is
balance
still
of dark
vibing.
and light
He didn't get rid of
God.
Eggman
That
Land,
balance
because it's
may
an actual
be
city.
the very
Yeah.
will of the planet
You can actually explore the hub now that we've finished Dark Gaia.
Speech for later.
Oh, cool.
We've got to get things ready for Sonic's coming.
So is there just like post-game missions or something?
So there's DLC missions, which I was planning on doing once we hit 1,000. I wanted to make some of like the extra missions in all the Sonic games. their own episodes. So all of the Generations missions, all of the ones here, all the ones in Sonic Adventure 2 and Adventure DX. But the main thing is we got to get to that point, and I think after playing every single Sonic game since December of last year,
Sonic,
Dang.
you must live.
now that we've made it, this far in, I don't know what else to say.
I don't know.
Because, I'm kind of worn out from the series, but I'm also, I'm ready for Frontiers. I'm ready for something new.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if he wasn't dead before, that's gonna kill him, Chip.
Mecha Burn Blaster asks boss thoughts.
Yeah, okay, first phase kinda meh, other than the Sonic racing parts. Second phase, perfectly fine. I actually think that's a pretty suitable final boss. It's climactic, all the cutscenes so far have been really good. The game itself is really, really good. I did find a few annoying things. I don't like the metal hunting that much, but as it stands, this is the highest quality 3D Sonic game I have played on this channel, ranking right alongside Adventure 1, Adventure 2, and Generations. And that's saying a lot when I see things like Forces and Frontiers. Forces and 06. 06 was good. It had moments, but I'm not fully convinced that it was what I wanted out of a Sonic game. Like
Yeah, this, I feel like overall, minus maybe phase 1 of the final boss, felt like what I expect out of when someone just, a random person says a Sonic the Hedgehog game. This is what I would expect out of a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
I think the amount of polish here is really impressive. And it's surprising that I haven't seen a level of polish in a Sonic game this strong, and I probably won't until Frontiers' release, which is impressive because I've seen gameplay of Frontiers, and it really reminded me of this game quite a lot as I've been playing and playing alongside Parallel, which makes it even more interesting that I learned the control scheme of Frontiers.
Oh?
So most Sonic games have the homing attack be jump with the button and then press the button again in the air. But just like this game, Frontiers has the homing attack map. If we're thinking about Xbox controllers, homing attack is mapped to X, jump is on A, boost is on R, and double jump is just tapping A in the air again. So
Interesting.
it seems like they're finally starting to branch out and use more of the controller, which I like. I prefer. Going back to Sonic games after playing this, because I played Generations in between, it was really jarring to have the homing attack on A. I see now why people like Unleashed control scheme. I see now what people see in this game, and I see why people wanted me to play the HD version, because there's so much more polish here than there is on the Wii version. So, oh boy.
So Mick Burnbuster also follow-up question: was it any better than Sonic 06's final boss?
I don't really remember 06's final boss. It was over and done with really quick.
The final levels were more of a pain in the ass than the final boss, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because the final levels, if you died on one, you have to do the entire thing over again, and that was like just annoying.
Yeah, so this was better. Absolutely.
For some reason, I feel like that final boss also threw rocks at you, but I might be or maybe I'm just remembering Silver's final boss.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah, my final thoughts here. This game is good, but it's not my favorite. But it's got polish, it's got promise, and I can see why people love this game. It probably ranks probably number 9 in terms of my favorite Sonic games. Which is pretty high when you consider that I've played every single one of these games. And then we have the full song of Endless Possibilities here. So, that's always lovely. So yeah, I guess all I have to say is please subscribe. I've got more content coming. I've got more stuff planned. There's going to be a lot more games to learn off of. So subscribe, stick around, bring a friend, tell them to subscribe. We're trying to get to 400, and I think we can do it.
Yeah. In chat, Mountain Man says, the ending music gives me early 2000s rock vibes. Brenno Blaster says, I think people just wanted to see you suffer through the endgame. And also says, Sonic 06 final boss was the one Shadow went uwu for and looked like Undertale's final boss.
Listen, if people wanted to see me suffer through a final boss, they should go watch Sonic 06 Part 8.
Oh my god.
That was a final boss where I struggled. Honestly, I think most people, if they've watched this far in, they should go watch the other Sonic playthroughs. I have a whole playlist full of the Sonic timeline, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles CD, all of the Game Gear games, Adventure 1, Adventure 2, every little nook and cranny. I went and played Drift. I've got, you know, there's 56 videos in that playlist, and it spans back from December all the way up till now. So, it took me 1 year to basically beat all the story Sonic games.
Dang.
I count it as a win because I've just officially beaten the D-pad to this point, because they're not even on Unleashed yet.
Oh dang. Where are they?
They are still on Sonic Rush Adventure.
Woof.
And they had a 3 or 4 year head start.
Oh my god.
But they also spread out their content over months, so...
Well, you beat them and you beat the Game Grumps at Sonic 06, so...
Yeah.
Oh, that an achievement.
Yeah. The only thing is, I like the D-pad. They're cool people.
Oh yeah.
Need to grab another ginger ale, though. Taking care of one's voice, because my voice is a mess.
Because you need that to keep streaming. Yar.
Yar har fiddly dee. Give me some ale and some little bit of cheese.
Yee.
I guess I should plug a few things here. I've already mentioned the Twitter a few times. It's at GavinDragonYT. In the description below, there's also a link to it. We also have a link to the Discord. We have a Discord where you guys can hang out and chill. It's a pretty chill place. You can also, you know, ask us questions, because, you know...
Send us memes.
We've got a whole memes channel. You guys can send memes. You can send fan art. You can send normal art. We have a whole artwork area. Sometimes I put my work in there. Because, you know, I do all the artwork for the channel, so... Ah, boy. I feel like this song is the song that's going to get copyright claims. Because I've never heard this before. It sounds very nice. It's very pretty, very pleasant, but I feel like this might be the song that gets us copyright claimed for this episode.
Oh, woof. Mountain Man says, yes, send memes. I enjoy a good shitpost. Don't we all? I enjoy a good carrot smoking pipe.png.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is the final-ish week for Octobervania. Tomorrow we're doing Donkey Kong. We're doing part 2 of Tropical Freeze. Thursday, we'll find out if we're doing Minecraft or not. Friday, just depends on what you guys want to see. Saturday, we are doing Team Sonic Racing, and on Sunday, the 30th, we are doing Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, where I believe we'll be finishing the game?
Yes, I think so.
I believe.
And because of their live stream on Saturday, we'll find out if there's going to be a Halloween DLC or not.
Absolutely, and that'll also determine if we continue onward. And if we hit
Yeah.
400 by the 31st, I will be playing Castlevania Legends on the 31st. So
And Mech Burn Blaster says we are 2 weeks out from Frontiers.
we are.
We
And
are. We've made Sonic our Tuesday day, and it works out perfectly.
It is. It's a very relaxing Tuesday. Now, here's the question: does Frontiers come out? Frontiers does come out on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks from like literally 2 weeks from now.
Literally 2 weeks. Oh wow. I don't know what to say though. Honestly, you know what you could do? That would be really, really rad. If you guys, I'm talking to the audience mostly. Audience, if you see me tweet out one of my videos, retweet it. Get people interested in watching my content. Because the more people that we can get in to watch and like and subscribe to the channel, the more opportunities I have to show off more of these games.
Yeah. We know you all like it. Share it with your friends and family
Mm-hmm.
and estranged roommates from college.
Yeah, do it. Send it to Jack Black, see what he has to say about it.
Yes. Always send it to Jack Black.
Honestly, if people sent these streams over to Jack Black, I'd be kind of confused, but a little honored, right? Like, it's a goofy, harmless troll, but it's like... Is it? Mid-November. Aw, dang. I'll try to make Halloween extra spooky. If we can hit 400, I'll make it extremely spooky.
Ooh.
With one of the worst Castlevania games ever put out on systems, so...
Damn.
It should be a fun time. Ugh. And I've got the hiccups now.
Bless you. Mountain Man says F.
F, but I think it'll be a good time. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really fun, even if I have to play a bad game, so... Get your votes in
I
for...
mean, we played through Sonic 06, and that was a bad game, and we still had a good time.
I had a blast with 06.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot stop gushing about how much I had fun with that playthrough. Especially seeing as I hadn't played through most of that game until that point. Kind of like this game, where I hadn't actually finished the game. I went back to my old save files. The farthest I got on the Wii version was to Eggman Land. I stopped at Eggman.
Dang.
I stopped at Eggman Land, and the farthest I made it on the HD version was Spagonia.
Woof.
So, first time for everything. And our total death total for today was what, like 40? 45?
I think about there. I lost track multiple times, unfortunately, as predicted.
Well, either way, I'm just glad I got to share these moments with you guys.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in and watching the credits while we talk about Sonic.
Yeah, and in the future plans of the channel, because, of course, I'm more than just a Sonic guy. And in fact, after we finish up with Frontiers and we get onto the Sonic Post stuff, the main series on the channel is going to switch over to one of my favorite game franchises of all time. Something I know more about than Sonic, even, so it'll be fascinating to see you guys actually watch that and watch my excitement. Because I'll venture through every single one of those games.
Ooh, exciting.
But I gotta get done editing that Mega Man episode first, because that's my deadline. If I don't have the episode done by Frontier's release, I'm screwed.
Woof.
We got the achievement World Saver for 100 gamer,
Yay.
100 gamer points, just 100.
Saving the world. Also, I've been texted you died a total of 43 times today. So I still think it was good you grinded out for some medals. or
Absolutely.
lives.
So I believe you can now go to the hub world. I want to check this out before we go, just to be
Yeah,
sure.
go for it. Why not?
be sure that I'm not crazy here. Yes, you can! And you can even talk to the little egg robots. Eggpawns.
Fun.
Oh, that's great.
Adorable.
Oh, and then all of the stages are here. The stage, the boss, the Tails is Flying level, the hot dog challenges. Oh boy. What's this guy doing?
Vibin'?
Ooh. You know what? Chat, pick one Eggman Land, souvenir. We've got the goggles, a signed poster, a balloon, a mini flag, or a photo frame.
Oh, it would be Egg Dog.
The first one to reply with what they want wins. Signed poster.
Signed by the egg himself.
And with that, the game is done.
Yay.
I'm gonna go back over to the hub world so we have some pleasant music as we end here. Artie, go ahead and take it away with the ending scream.
Of course. Well, thank you all for joining us on this journey to glue the Earth back together and help Sonic not morb anymore. It's been a trip. If you enjoyed this chaos and think you'd like to watch more, you know you do. Feel free to leave a like on your way out and subscribe. Gavin appreciates it. In the link below, there's links to the Discord to chat with us, get notifications of when Gavin's streaming, send us memes, all the good stuff. There's a link to the Twitter where the Minecraft poll is currently running as of today, so go vote, folks. And a link to the Telegram art channel.
Yee.
All the goods.
All that and more. I have been your humble host, Gavin the Kitty. Good night, everybody.
Bye.